It's Friday afternoon and you're doing the mental math. Monday was chaos. Tuesday you stayed late. Wednesday the kids had activities. Thursday you were too tired to think straight. 0 workouts. The whole week gone. But then the weekend opens up your mind like a rescue operation. Long run Saturday. Big gym session Sunday. Maybe both. You'll make it work. You'll catch up. And here's the thing. I'm not here to tell you that's wrong. The research is actually way more forgiving about this pattern than most fitness content wants you to believe. But I am going to show you the way most people execute this, including probably the way you're doing right now. This is quietly setting you up for injury, stalled progress, a frustrating cycle that never seems to end. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to break it. But first, let's talk about what the science actually says, because it might surprise you. Researchers in the UK followed over 60,000 adults and tracked their exercise habits. And what they found challenged everything the fitness world has been saying for years. People cram their workouts from the entire week into 1 or 2 sessions, the classic weekend warrior pattern. It had similar cardiovascular health outcomes to people who spread it evenly throughout the week. The total volume mattered more than the frequency. So if you've been beating yourself up for missing workouts, you can let that specific guilt go. A weekend of real effort isn't wasted. For your heart and your long-term health, showing up when you can and getting the volume in still moves the needle. That's the good news. But here's where the study ends and where real life begins. Your heart and lungs are remarkably capable. They can handle sporadic big efforts. Your tendons, your ligaments, your connective tissue, they're an entirely different story. Here's what actually happens in that weekend warrior cycle. Monday through Friday, your body is largely sedentary. Your soft tissue is unloaded. It's not in the pattern of absorbing regular mechanical stress. Then Saturday morning hits. You go hard. Long run, heavy squat session, pickup basketball, whatever it is, and the tissues haven't been meaningfully loaded in 5 days, and they're suddenly absorbing a massive spike. That spike is where injuries happen. Achilles tendinopathy, patellar tendon pain, lower back flares, muscle strains. None of these feel sudden. They don't happen in a single moment. They accumulate silently, week after week, same pattern, same spike, until one day the tissue finally says enough, and you're suddenly injured out of nowhere doing the exact same workout you've been doing for months. Here's the thing nobody talks about with the weekend warrior pattern. Each big Saturday session, it's not building on the last one. You're not accumulating fitness. You're repeatedly recovering from a spike. The body gets a signal on Saturday, spends most of its week recovering, gets another spike the following Saturday, and it never has enough consistent stimulus to actually adapt. Progress is glacially slow. The soreness never really goes away, and the whole experience starts to feel like punishment, like you're working hard, but going nowhere. Compare that to someone doing 3 moderate sessions spread across the week. Their body is getting regular stimulus, recovering between sessions, progressively adapting. By month 3, they're genuinely fitter. The weekend warrior, often just as sore in month 3 as they were in month 1. Consistency isn't just about discipline. It's about how adaptation biology actually works. Let's talk solutions, real ones, for people with real schedules. Step 1, find your non-negotiable slots. Not ideal slots, non-negotiable ones. For most busy adults, this is early morning before the day interferes, right after school drop-off. The lunch hour before meetings to fill it. 2 or 3 of those slots per week is enough to completely change the pattern. Step 2, lower the bar for weekday sessions. A 25-minute strength session is not a consolation prize. A 3-mile run is not a waste of time. These are genuine training stimuli that keep your tissues loaded, your nervous system primed, and your adaptation signal consistent. The problem isn't that 25 minutes is too short. The problem is waiting for a 90-minute window that never comes. 25 minutes you actually do beats 90 minutes you keep rescheduling every single time. Step 3, use the weekend as a supplement, not a foundation. The weekend can still hold your longer sessions, the 10-miler, the heavy lifting day, but when those sessions sit on top of 2 or 3 weekday sessions rather than replacing them entirely, the load spike shrinks dramatically. The injury risk drops with it. And step 4, the one most people underestimate most, stack movement on top of existing commitments. Something like mobility work after dinner. And these aren't necessarily workouts, but they keep your body from flatlining during the week and reducing the gap that the weekend has to bridge. Sometimes the constraint isn't even a busy Tuesday. It's a newborn, a major work project, a caregiving season, relentless travel. And here's the mindset shift that matters during those stretches. The goal isn't optimization, it's maintenance. Doing enough to preserve what you built without adding to your total stress load. The minimum effective dose of strength training to maintain muscle mass is around 2 sessions per week with sufficient intensity. Not 5, not 4, 2. The minimum for cardiovascular maintenance is roughly 150 minutes per week of moderate activity, which can be accumulated through walks, short runs, and incidental movement. It's not a training block, just movement. During genuinely hard seasons, protect these minimums fiercely and release everything else without guilt. 2 sessions and 150 minutes of activity a week isn't failure. It's intelligent triage. The fitness you preserve during the hard seasons becomes the foundation you build back from when life opens up. And a fitness practice that survives the hard season is worth infinitely more than a perfect program you abandon every time life gets difficult. The weekend warrior problem isn't really about weekends. It's about a mindset that treats fitness as a task to be completed rather than a practice to be maintained. Tasks get crammed, practices get tended. You don't have to train every day. You don't need long sessions, a perfect schedule, or some ideal version of your life to show up in. But 2 or 3 touch points spread across the week, even short ones, even imperfect ones, will produce better results, fewer injuries, and a more sustainable relationship with training than all or nothing weekends ever will. Your body doesn't need perfection. It needs a reminder that you're there. Show up during the week, even briefly, even imperfectly. That's enough to change everything. If this hit home, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel so we know you want more of this content. We keep it evidence-based and we keep it real. We'll see you in the next one.